you guys ever felt like alone or like no one can relate to you? I mean, like ladies, you guys get in your feelings. Sometimes guys too. Well, there's this rapper that helps me get through that. His name's Phora. He goes by Marco Archer, and he's 22 years old right now. He was raised in Anaheim, but now lives in Corona, California. And he grew up in a broken home, and it started like his mom and dad were separated, and he had a fallout with his mom when she lived with her boyfriend. So he stayed with his dad, but his dad was in and out of jail, so he didn't really have a place to go. So he was kind of forced to stay with his mom and her boyfriend. So his dad was a rapper, and that inspired him to chase his dream, and he became a tattoo artist so he could pursue his dreams, like so he could raise money to pursue his dreams. And that helped him raise, I think it was $6,000. And just growing up, he started getting into graffiti, and he changed his name to, well, his name was Phora, like that was his tag. And it doesn't actually mean anything, but he just loved the structure of like how the P and like the A, I don't know, he just loved the structure of the word. And he fell in love with graffiti during a negative point in his life, which caused many hardships at his house, and it sent him to juvenile hall for 3 years from Orange County to LA. He would risk his life just to go out and do graffiti, running through like busy freeways and like just starting problems with other crews and getting jumped from twice a month to almost every week. His music career began at the age of 7, where he was again inspired by graffiti and his father, because his father would go out and give CDs, like those people that you see in like the city giving out their CDs, and he would do the same thing. Before he turned 21, he'd sign his CDs, and he'd go to high schools, he'd go to like Venice Beach, anywhere where it's packed with people, just so he could get his name out. And he felt like it was just a dead end, like he wasn't going anywhere. When he made his music, it wasn't just for like other people, he made it because it made him feel better. And even though he wasn't making a lot of money off it, he felt like it was him venting in a way, and it was like getting pain off his chest. And it helped him forgive other people and learn a lot more about himself. He never really wanted a record label, because he felt like they just control like everything that you do in the music world. But instead, he wanted the fans to be his label and spread like all his music. And in 2012, Phora and 2 of his friends, known as Anthro and Escupe, they created Yours Truly Records. And at first, no one believed in them, and he was alright with that, because all he needed was a solid team and diehard fans. He didn't want any distributors, any labels, or investors, because hustle was their investment. He was more happy knowing that his fans were trying his hardest to help than anything. Eventually at 17, Phora started selling his YT merchandise. He started at his friend's house, where he'd just have a shelf and he'd stack all of his merchandise, and it started with 2 to 3 orders a week. And then over the years, small packages got bigger and they outgrew where they were. But with the fame, people ended up betraying him. Walking home from school, he got jumped. He was just trying to catch the bus when boom, he got hit with a cheap shot from behind by someone that he thought he was friends with. He ran, but he couldn't do anything due to being surrounded and outnumbered by people that were just like popping out of the bush. And this all happened next to a busy like freeway, so people like picking up their kids or headed home from work, they were just passing by. Wow, they saw him getting chased by 6, 7 people. And once they caught up to him, they kicked him on the ground, they started punching him, and then he saw a knife. And then they all ran away, and he got up, and he started walking, but not on the sidewalk. He started walking on the street, and he saw all these people passing by, and he was holding his ribs because he got stabbed, and that was just his first incident that really showed him that he had to distance himself from the street life. Then later on, Phora was shot with his girlfriend on a freeway in Pasadena in August. He was shot by a 45 by someone who just pulled up next to him in a sedan, and he was shot in the back of the head, inches away from his spine, which would have killed him. His girlfriend was fine, but she was just traumatized. Phora's album, and over time Phora had made 6 albums, over 60 videos, and 400 songs. His albums include Still a Kid, One Life to Live, Nights Like These, Sincerely Yours, and his latest album, With Love. When he put out With Love, his album went #1 in the charts. And for someone that's not signed by a record label or anything, that's pretty impressive, like, to me. And some people ask why some of his music sounds so sad or depressing, but for a long span of his life, that's all he knew. All he knew was struggle, hardships, and pain. And he wouldn't wish that upon anyone, and that's why he writes music. He didn't have anyone to run to, and he knows some people can relate to that. Because all Phora wants to be is someone's scapegoat. Because he's never had that. With his dad being there, but not there, because him being in jail. And Phora said, if I could be something in someone's life, I want to be someone's guardian angel. And for me, that's kind of what he became. Because I never really had anyone to run to. So music kind of just gets me through things. And now I believe that Phora is at his peak and has thousands of diehard fans out there.